Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is the sensei of Kung Tech Fu, also known as the Crypto Phoenix, also known as the Lawnmower Man. And we are here today to do another episode of Things You Should Know and or talking about the wave of the future as the screen here so eloquently describes. And we're not simply here to talk about how to get some money, but how to expand and to keep that money. What we're learning here to do is to learn how to use the principle of compound interest to actually shift from being a consumer to the mind of a wealthy person where they do not work for their money works for them. And in the landscape of digital ledger technology, you are now witnessing something that has never been done before quite this way. We've seen models come before this. We've seen the barter system. We've seen the greenback system. We've seen the fractional reserve monetary system. And now we're seeing something totally new. Yes, it is called cryptocurrency and or digital ledger technology, my friends. And if you are not in, you will get left behind. So what we are talking about today is we're going to talk about a couple of narratives to help you navigate cryptocurrency and or the blockchain because it can be quite overwhelming. People say, well, how do I get it? Where do I start? What should I pay attention to? There are literally millions of things happening. So how do we find our way? How do we chart our path, ladies and gentlemen? And we're going to do that today with another episode of Things You Should Know, where we go over certain guidelines. The guidelines protect you. The guidelines allow you to make constant moves and incremental moves forward, ladies and gentlemen, as you progress, as you see success, as you continue to expand and live off the dividends. And one of those guidelines, ladies and gentlemen, is never invest more than you can afford to lose. Before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, know and understand that I am not a financial advisor. I am not your financial advisor. I'm simply a point man showing you what I am doing and showing you the most efficient ways of earning currency and or money because there is a difference. And one of the first things you must know so that you don't get fooled by Gary Gensler and crew is what is the difference between a digital asset and a financial security. Gary Gensler and Elizabeth Warren would like you to believe that everything in cryptocurrency is a security, and with good reason, so that they can tax it. But you see, when it is a digital asset, when it is your property, it is not, I repeat, it is not a taxable event, ladies and gentlemen. It is only a taxable event when it is a financial security. So we're going to talk about three of the biggest topics in crypto today. And that, of course, would be number one, real world assets and or tokenization. You now have Larry Fink of BlackRock talking about tokenization. Okay. So what we're talking about now, especially when it comes to traditional finance entering into the digital ledger technology space, we have a new concept for DeFi now, which is now readily be calling industrial DeFi. That's what we are calling it today when it concerns big business and or banking and banking derivatives. And that is the tokenization of all things of all value, whether it's the tokenization of your house becoming an NFT, whether it's priceless paintings where you can own fractionalized shares. That's what tokenization is all about, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why this is being called the greatest transfer of human wealth ever, ladies and gentlemen. So, second up on the list, of course, as you can see in front of you, is AI, artificial intelligence, ladies and gentlemen. We used to think it was merely a buzzword. It was merely for something people to jump and spend their money on. But there is actual value in the utilization of AI. And we're going to take a look at a few of those AI projects today. And first and foremost, the third one, just for your own self-knowledge, of course, is something known as DPIN, ladies and gentlemen. DEPIN, which is Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Networks. And all that really means is your identification or your identity on Web3. But today we're going to talk about the second one, which is AI. And let's just go to this news article. And first up on the list is just to show you that Bitcoin sell-side liquidity crisis sees Bitcoin move for the first time since 2010, ladies and gentlemen. And if we just look at the heading here, we can see the report is that 12 months before available Bitcoin dries up, ladies and gentlemen. We all know the Bitcoin halving is coming up, and we have already seen instances where Bitcoin has dried up on certain exchanges. I myself has experienced this, trying to buy some Bitcoin off of the Cash app, ladies and gentlemen. They simply didn't have any for several hours, maybe even a full day. So we've already seen instances of exchanges simply not having enough Bitcoin to go around because big business and or institutional DeFi is here now, especially with all of these ETFs. So that's one thing that's going on. Another thing that's going on is a return to the gold standard in the form of tokenization, ladies and gentlemen. HSBC gold token goes live for retail investors in Hong Kong, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what's going on with that. But before we go any further, let's just take a quick look at our preliminaries, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of tokenization, if we were to go over here to Kinesis Money, let's see if we can go to About very quickly, just so that we can get a landing page. And this is basically tokenization of gold and silver, ladies and gentlemen. I myself, I'm not being paid by Kinesis, and I speak for myself. And even this YouTube channel, which has been here for approximately 17, maybe even 18 years, ladies and gentlemen, I've had this channel and it has been rebranded, of course, to, as you know, nothing but crypto. But this right here, Kinesis Money, is a tokenization of gold and silver. You can spend your gold and silver as you see fit without you having to have it physically on you, ladies and gentlemen. But take heart. You can also get it physically as well because it is fully, your tokenized gold and silver is fully redeemable, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want them to send the portion or all of your tokenized gold to your house, they will do so. You also get your own financial advisor that will help you realize your financial goals, ladies and gentlemen. Second up on the list, of course, is ULTIMO. Now, the reason why we're discussing these things is because this is like these preliminaries are like the tool belt to a carpenter. It's like no matter what job the carpenter is doing, he always has his hammer, he always has his screwdriver, he always has certain tools in his tool belt that he uses all the time. So it's the same thing with your financial portfolio, ladies and gentlemen. There are certain things that you're going to need, and Ultimo is one of them. And Ultimo essentially is an offshore banking account, ladies and gentlemen, where you can take your crypto or the dividends from your crypto and you can send it to Ultimo and you can off ramp it into fiat and you can spend that money the way you would spend any other credit or debit card, ladies and gentlemen. And you can also take physical cash if you need it out of the ATM, up to $20,000 if you have that much in your account, ladies and gentlemen. So you see, this is a wonderful way, not only for you to off-ramp your crypto into fiat, but also to stay out of reach of the three-letter people. We all know who that is. And third up on the list, we have SPRITZ Finance, ladies and gentlemen. Off ramp your crypto. Once again, this is in a more local sense, of course, but you can off-ramp your crypto to your bank account. You can pay your bills with your crypto. So essentially, if you have multiple income streams, as you should, if you watch my channel, you will have that because I provide that for you. But as you earn dividends and you use the dividends from your crypto multiple income streams, you will essentially put yourself in a position where you are paying your bills for free, thus exemplifying the whole concept of compound interest, ladies and gentlemen. So, with that, let's get on our journey here. And first in our journey, as I said, we're going to talk about AI, ladies and gentlemen. And when it comes to AI, one of the first things we should know is, being that I myself am not a whale, soon hope to be, want to be whale soon. But what I look to do is I look to leverage my money so that I can basically kill two birds with one stone. Essentially placing my pennies next to the big guys' dollars so that I can catapult myself also into being well. But here we have 7.5 billion AI crypto token merger, which is scheduled for community vote on April 2nd, ladies and gentlemen. And what they are essentially talking about is they are talking about, we'll go back here to CoinGecko, and this is also a wonderful PDF here that you can read on rise of real world assets in crypto. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick look at a few tokens here, ladies and gentlemen, and three in particular. And the first one, of course, is Fetch AI. And Fetch AI, if you've been in the crypto space for a few months or even a few years, you know this name. You know that it is one of the top AI projects in all of crypto, ladies and gentlemen. But there are others. For instance, we have Singularity AGIX. AGIX is the ticker, ladies and gentlemen. We also know that Singularity Net is large and in charge as well. And there's a third one. And we know that that third one is called Ocean Protocol, ladies and gentlemen. So if we go here, and I'm just going to try and type this in. See here, here we are. Ocean Protocol is the third one. Now, why am I showing you all three of these projects, okay? And the answer is simple. It's because they are about to merge into one single project, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what this article over here is talking about. It is talking about the merger between all three into one coin that will be known as the ASI coin. So essentially, you will have the top three power hitters in all of crypto, in all of AI, melding into one place. Okay? So therefore, if you hold Fetch, if you hold Singularity, if you hold Ocean, do nothing, because the hackers and the scammers will be on a frenzy, giving you fake tokens and saying, oh, send your fetch here and we'll migrate it for you and all of that. No, do not do any of that until you get it from the official source. And stay tuned to this channel, because I will show you, as I always do, I will provide you safe passage through the crypto space so that you will understand these things. If you look in the more tab down in YouTube where it says more beneath the video, if you click on that, all of the URLs, all of the referral codes, if there's a token involved, the contract addresses for those tokens will be provided for you so that you can ensure that you will not get phished, hacked, or scammed. And I say this to you guys because if you go and try to find these things on your own, you are taking a big chance. And the reason why you're taking a big chance is because you simply won't know. The hacking and the phishing and the fake sites look identical to the real thing. There is no way with the naked eye you can tell if it's a phishing or a hacking site. You're not going to click on a site and say, hey, this is a phishing and hacking site. Don't click on this. No, It looks identical. It is there to deceive, ladies and gentlemen. That is why I provide you safe passage through the crypto space. Also, don't get scammed by the WhatsApp, man. If anybody is trying to contact you or trying to get you to another exchange, then that's not me, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so just know and understand. If you have somebody down there that steals my profile icon and trying to talk to you and say, hey, and trying to set something up and, oh, yeah, meet me over on WhatsApp, that is not me, ladies and gentlemen. I will never DM you and I will never ask you for money. So if anybody wants to DM you or take you to another website or ask you for money, that is not me, ladies and gentlemen. Please do not get scammed by the WhatsApp man. So as we continue, we're going to go on over and we're going to talk about a few projects that you should know about. And one of them, of course, is BitTenzer.com. We're not here to talk about BitTenzer today because we're here to talk about another project, but it's something that you should know. And of course, where we started out, Solidus, which is on the Binance Smart Chain. I am invested in this also. This is another project that you should know. When you get the time, you should go over and check it out. Another one that you should be on the lookout for is the Render token, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if we look at the Render token, the Render token will do astronomical things in the future because the Render token has now partnered with NVIDIA. And through the Solana network and the parallelism uh, software that they have, the GPUs will be doing big things. And GPUs are going to be very, very hard to get, ladies and gentlemen. Compute power is very hard to get, and it's going to become harder and harder in the future. As a matter of fact, Elon Musk was quoted as saying that GPUs will be harder to get than drugs. That's how much compute power is going to be needed for the future, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're going to get Render, it is native to Ethereum. But if I were you, I would get it on Solana because not only can you provide liquidity and orc and things like that, the transaction fees are going to be much less. So that's a much more efficient way to hold and utilize Render. But not just Render, ladies and gentlemen. There's another one in the fold that you're going to have to look for. And let me see if I can find it very quickly here for you. And it rhymes with Render. Let me see if I could just come up with it. And it is called Blender, ladies and gentlemen, the blueprint for tomorrow. And Blender hasn't even launched yet, but it is going to be astronomical, ladies and gentlemen. You can go up here, you can do the contact, you can go over here to Twitter, you can look at the white paper, which you should, the documentation, and very soon, as you see, they're also going to provide staking very soon. So I picked up some Blender, and it's already done a few multiples already. So I pretty much just got a little bit of it so that when it is able to be staked, I will be able to do that. But if we take a quick look through the website, they are also partnered with NVIDIA, Microsoft, and Intel. Elevate your AI rendering and simulations with Blender. And your decentralized GPU, compute mesh, and you're actually going to be able to buy these hardware peripherals and utilize them yourself, thus thrusting yourself into the main line of things. And you know me, being the lawnmower man, you know this is definitely what I'm about. But this is the Blender Box X1, which you will be able to get your hands on, ladies and gentlemen. So you see, this is the great thing about digital ledger technology. I told you guys before, when you are into cryptocurrency, when you are into digital ledger technology, you have just given yourself a license to make all of the money that you want. So, without further ado, we're going to get right to why we came here today, ladies and gentlemen. And we came here to talk about one project in specific. And that one project is something known as Based AI. So, what in the world is Based AI? And it's, of course, at https www.getbased.ai, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when you go over here and you look and you say, oh, well, I don't really see too much of what's going on over here. And this, I assure you, is a very big platform, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're not the type of person that reads white papers, this is one of those projects where you're going to have to step up your game because it is involved, it is intricate, and it has a long time history, ladies and gentlemen. It combines the race for AI partnered with meme coins, partnered with a historic move forward, ladies and gentlemen. But why reinvent the wheel? If you go over to my man DC Roth here, he actually does a very excellent job of telling you exactly what's going on and what this is all about. So we're going to take a quick listen to a few highlights of what the heck Based AI is all about. So listen up, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me explain why. The original Pepe coin, and I'm not talking about this fake Pepe that I'm gonna address later on, I'm talking about the OG Pepe coin launched in 2016. It originally is one of the first meme coins we ever had, next to Dogecoin. And it didn't launch through an ICO or smart contract because it actually released before Ethereum was a thing. It launched through mining, basically like Bitcoin and Dogecoin. The only reason PEPECOIN was under the radar for such a long time was due to the fact that Bittrex forced them to rebrand, just to stay listed on their centralized exchange. But why? Good thing you asked. In 2016, PEPECOIN faced a major challenge, to call it that. White supremacists and right-wing ideologists began using Pepe to spread their ideology. Now, this reached its climax when Donald Trump posted a Pepe meme of himself. Hillary Clinton was very fast to point out that Pepe the Frog was a label for white supremacy.
Now to what Hillary Clinton said today, and Nancy Cordes is covering her campaign.
He is taking hate groups mainstream and helping a radical fringe take over the Republican Party.
And as you can imagine, she accused Trump's campaign of maliciously spreading those Pepe memes. So the Anti-Defamation League, I didn't even know there was such a thing, went on to list Pepe as a hate symbol. Ultimately, PEPECOIN was forced to rebrand, which they did, and the ticker changed from Pepe to meme. So in response to that, the PEPECOIN team, now MemeTick team, launched CACDAC, a decentralized meme and asset exchange protocol, where users were able to store, create, and safeguard their memes and digital assets, preserving their rarity via encrypted IPFS storage on the MemeTick blockchain. And I know what you're thinking. Yes. Ultimately, PEPECOIN built the first functioning NFT marketplace we ever had.
Yes, and in case you guys were wondering, IPFS stands for Interplanetary Filing System, and that, of course, is given to us by the Filecoin, ladies and gentlemen. I told you, this is a channel for education, so it's like the difference between knowing or someone giving you a fish and knowing how to fish. So we are here to learn about these things, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to continue to take another quick listen, ladies and gentlemen, and then we're going to go into the protocols ourselves and find out how we can be down.
But out of the reason and necessity to maintain free speech and internet culture. way before OpenSea was a thing. In July of 2017, MemeTick launched Master Toads. Essentially what it was, users needed to lock up 15,000 meme in order to become a PEPECOIN master node and to earn rewards. Over 200 master nodes were operating on the blockchain distributed across several countries. In 2018, the blockchain underwent a hard fork, and ultimately PEPECOIN started its transition phase from proof of work to proof of stake. And finally, on the 29th of April 2023, the team bridged PEPECOIN to Ethereum using UTXO lockups and named the Ethereum-based PEPECOIN Pepe. So now that you know the full story, I hope you can see that there is just one original Pepe coin, and I don't even want to talk about the fake Pepe, as this would just bring further awareness to something that doesn't actually deserve it, in my humble opinion at least.
Okay, and what he's referring to, ladies and gentlemen, is most of the Pepe coins that you have seen. You may even own some. If you look, let's take a quick look over here, because I actually saw some videos earlier that was even confusing to me, because I thought that these guys were utilizing the real Pepe coin, and they simply were not. So there's a difference. You have to understand when you go. Let's just go over here to CoinGecko very simply, because like if you go here, this guy, Coin Bureau does a pretty good job here. There are others in here. Let's see if we could just come up with it very quickly. Most people here, you see this icon over here with the circle around it that says Pepe coin up top. Most people, will use this icon, yet they will be talking about and giving you the contract address to the fake Pepe coin. Now, the fake Pepe coin, of course, has been doing quite well, and it continues to do well. While even on exchanges, if you look for the original Pepe coin, it is difficult to find. If you go to Uphold, they still have the fake Pepe coin and they do not know it. Okay. So I'm sure, like, if I or one of you guys were to reach out to them, you know what I'm saying? Like, they might actually provide the original. So let's just go on over here. And if you can't find certain things, you can also go over the text screener. So you're going to type in Pepe coin. And when you see Pepe coin, not Pepe coin on Solana, Pepe coin here, it's spelled as one word. This one down here, Pepe net, all of this stuff, those are all the fake ones. This one here, the Pepe coin itself, this is the real one. You see, because this one here, you see, is $6.93. All right. If you go to the fake ones, you'll also see a price difference. See, if you go to this one that everybody thinks is the real one, this fake one, you see this is the price of the fake one. And you see the icon is very different. It doesn't have the circle around it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So that's how you get to know and understand the difference. All right. Now let's just go on over and let's see. I also wanted to show you guys this too. This is something else that you should know about. This is the Kali chain and or the Kalis token. And basically what this is going to do in the future, we're not going to go into it, but what this is going to do is this is going to secure a lot of merchandise in the future, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to talk about this today, but I'm going to be going over this in full detail in my next video. So make sure you watch for that, okay? I've already got a little bit of this coin, and it's going to do big things in the future, okay? And I suspect that this is going to be in the arena of shipping and merchandising, because what it's essentially going to do is to make sure that you have the authentic stuff that you paid for and not the cheap knockoffs, that's being sold as the original article. So stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just quickly go on over here, and we're going to take a quick look at the PEPECOIN.io website. And when you go here, this is what it looks like. But this is one of the two websites. You might say that this is the factory, if you will, or the beginning of where you will go, because over here, this is the second portion, or this is the actual platform called BASEDAI, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this one here, PEPECOIN.io, this is where you would go to take your Pepe coins and to stake them so that you can earn based AI tokens, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just take a quick look here. See, we came over here, but went in the beginning. And like I said, you can read the white paper, you can go for the brain launch, and this, that, and the other. And if you go over in here, you can read about the background, the schedule, because right now they're in the Prometheus testnet, and then they go into the Cyan testnet. And after they do both of those for 30 days, then they will launch the Based AI ecosystem. And what is that? Base AI is an advanced decentralized blockchain platform designed to address data privacy and security challenges in artificial intelligence application. This platform is predicated on the belief that data privacy is a fundamental right in the digital age rather than an optional feature. Now, check this out, ladies and gentlemen. This second paragraph is very important. The first line says, the foundation of Based AI's approach to data privacy and security is fully homomorphic encryption, FHE. FHE is a method that allows data to be encrypted in such a way that computations can be performed on the encrypted data without needing to decrypt it. This feature ensures the protection of sensitive information across all stages: storage, transmission, and processing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the future. This is where the economies that have millions, billions, trillions, and quadrillions of dollars at stake, this is where they're going to put their money, in these systems. And one of them is already doing it. And you know that, of course, as Chainlink with its CCIP technology and function, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you go here to the Web3 account, you can log in. But let's just say we wanted to go in as a guest, right? Let's just go in here to guest. You can go here, you can connect to Web3, whatever. And you see, it's a very clean site. These devs are deving, ladies and gentlemen. They are deving to the max. And you see here, there's Pepe over there reading his little book or whatever. You got Pepe over here up in the clouds. And all of these icons you see over here, yes, these indeed are clickable applications. I'm in this thing, and I haven't even clicked on all of these, but when you do get some Pepe coin, you're going to come over here to the based farm. You're going to double click on that. You're going to connect your wallet, of course. I have an account on the other side, of course, so I'm not going to click on that, but I'm just showing you. Once you connect your wallet here and you create an account, you're going to deposit your Pepe coins in here, and you will be earning based AI tokens, ladies and gentlemen. So let's take a look at Dex Screener very quickly. If I can find it, where are you, Dex Screener? Dex Screener, where are you? There he is. All right, let's just go on over here to Dex Screener and take a quick look at the based AI token. I started picking up Pepe coins when they were just beneath $4. I picked up most of them in between $4 and $5, and as you just saw, it's up to $6.18, I believe. Okay. Now, what you see in front of you there is Opal paired with USDC, and Just FYI, if you didn't know, Opal is BlackRock's new token, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, keep your eye on that one because that is real world assets. They just came, it's only days old. So yeah, that's something else you should know. So let's just take a look at what we came here for. We're going to take a look at based AI, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you're going to see here based AI version 2 paired with wrapped ETH, okay? And down here, you're going to see based AI wrapped ETH on version 3, okay? Now, in case you didn't know, for all of you newbies out there, you know version 2 and version 3, they're two different partitions of liquidity bases, okay? This, of course, is where people are pairing it and they're providing liquidity over on Uniswap, ladies and gentlemen, all right? So this, you can also get this on Uniswap, Me, myself, I'm not actually buying any based AI because I am earning it from staking my Pepe coins, okay? And so I'm essentially treating this like a tune fork, if you will. All right. So this is based AI. It's going up and down and around, and it's doing a thing. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, now is the time to position yourself. Now is the time to go after this thing with all that you got, because I personally am going to challenge myself, ladies and gentlemen, because when you go after this thing, it's a very in-depth platform, okay? And as a matter of fact, if you really want, let me see here, based, I think I spelled that wrong, based AI crypto. Now I'm going to show you this right here. Kyle Chassé, he does a wonderful long, as you can see, it's a 27-minute video. He does a long take on saying AI altcoin bigger than BitTensor. And, I kind of think that he's right, I'm saying? Simply because of the fully homomorphic encryption, aspect, But don't sleep on BitTensor either, I'm saying? That's one of my big ones as well, ladies and gentlemen. But you should go and watch this video. Give Kyle a like and a subscribe. Tell him Sensei sent you. You go down to the comment section there. But that's something you should also watch if you want to understand this in full, ladies and gentlemen. And you should, because it's vast. This platform is vast, ladies and gentlemen. So basically what's going to happen in the future is, in order to get a brain, there's two ways you can get, and the brain basically is the same as what BitTensor, the equivalent of what BitTensor would call a subnet. And if you don't know about BitTensor, you should educate yourself in that as well. But they have 32 subnets right now, and even to register for a subnet or to be down with BitTensor, you have to have $7 million just to register, ladies and gentlemen. That's how big AI is. I'm trying to give you guys some semblance to understand the vastness when it comes, with the types of money that we're talking about when it comes to AI. So if you want to get a subnet with Tensor, it's going to cost you $7 million just to walk in the door, ladies and gentlemen. So this is what we're talking about. So in order to get a brain, in based AI, there's two ways. You could stake 100,000 tokens for 3 months, which will give you, enough brain credits, So that's like $700,000-800,000. That's one way to do it. The much more cheaper way to do it is to simply take 1,000 at the appropriate time, of course, when they provide the means to do it, is to take 1,000 Pepe coins and to burn those 1,000 Pepe coins, and that will earn you the brain credits. But there's going to be a couple of go rounds where the first 1,000 brains, the Pepe coins will be 1 for 1, meaning every Pepe coin you burn, you will get 1 brain credit. The second go round, the next 1,000, it will not quite be a full 1-to-1. And then the third go round and it gets lesser. So you see, it gets harder and harder. The difficulty level rises in order for you to get one of these brains and or subnets, ladies and gentlemen. So as I said, I know your head's probably spinning around like, what the world are you talking about? Well, if you continue to stay tuned, if you challenge yourself to be in the know, you can be. And if you're that type of go-getter person, this is the project for you. If you are not a person that wants to do any digging and stuff like that, hey, there's no shame or guilt here. You get in where you fit in. You guys all know the theme song of crypto and blockchain. And that theme song is It's Your Thing. Do what you want to do. Get in where you fit in, ladies and gentlemen. As a matter of fact, let's take it on the simple level. If you want to do something simple, you know, you can simply go here to Stable Swap, ladies and gentlemen. Stable Swap is just what it says. It's stable coins where that you can stake your stable coins and have no impermanent loss. And as long as the site doesn't go down, which I don't think it will because the team is magnificent, you know, you're pretty much good to go. So I threw some money over here, you know, and I just tested it out with $50. As you can see there, I got $36 sitting there. And at some point, I may add some more. So you can go in here with USDT or USDC, you know, put a few hundred, a few thousand in here, and just come back and collect your money whenever you're good and ready. You know, this is truly a set it and forget it platform. So if you're one of those, you know, people, and I myself am one of those people too, I want to be with most of my income streams, I want to be as hands off as possible, meaning that I'd like it. I love it when platforms are set it and forget it. I don't have to worry about it, you know? So, you know, these are things like, you know, when you have a good team, you know, that is benevolent, you know, that has a good reputation, then you know that you have a good platform, ladies and gentlemen, something that you can depend on. And something that you can depend on brings you to things like this. And this, of course, we're going to end with this, ladies and gentlemen. And this, of course, is Cedo Swap on the Manta blockchain, ladies and gentlemen. Manta blockchain is a layer 2 for Ethereum, which of course cuts the gas fees tremendously and or the transaction fees tremendously. And it is built on top of the dynamic Cosmos Atom SDK blockchain known as Celestia, which is a modular blockchain. This is built on top of Celestia technology, thus formulating Manta, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I explained that, you know, kind of correctly. And if you don't understand, don't worry about it. Keep coming back. It gets better, you know, and you will learn, okay? Now, here are the statistics. And this is the farming and staking. All right, I'll connect my wallet in a minute to show you guys what's going on. But just take a look at the TVL. The TVL, of course, is the total value locked. And right now, in less than 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, in less than 2 weeks, they have accumulated $1,334,829.41. Yeah, it's going down like that, ladies and gentlemen. So let me just go over here to inject it. And I'm just going to go ahead and do my thing. I'm going to go up in here And we're going to connect this very quickly, ladies and gentlemen. I got a new computer here, guys, so it can probably handle a lot more activity than the other one, you know. I got a few hundred, saying CETO in my wallet already. But this is operating on the 404 technology, ladies and gentlemen. And basically, these CETO tokens that you are earning in here, you're going to be able to trade them in one for one if you wish to for the CETO 404, which is a combination of an NFT and a token combined together. So every time you have one full coin, you have an NFT that's attached to it. So there's of course a couple of things that go with that. But yeah, so that's what you can do here. So as you saw there in my wallet, I had a few, there in my wallet. But look at the top of the screen here, CETO 404. Launch countdown in 5 days, 15 hours and 24 minutes. Meaning at that point, you can either buy some CETO coins off the market, but why do that when you can simply stake in one of these vaults and earn them, ladies and gentlemen? So any of you guys that have knowledge of Tomb and or the concept of a Tomb fork, you know how this goes. You know you never buy the native or the shares token of the platform. You always earn it. Why buy it when you can earn it? Because when you earn it, you're getting it at a very, very low price. If you buy it, you're getting it at a very, very high price. So you get a whole lot less when you buy it as opposed to minting it or minting it, you know what I'm saying? So this is another wonderful project, ladies and gentlemen, on the Manta network. And if you don't know anything about L2s, if you don't know anything about the Manta network, if you don't know about adding a mainnet to your MetaMask, if you don't know anything about importing wallets, guess what? I didn't know any of this stuff either when I first started. I didn't know a blockchain from a bicycle chain. Now I'm an expert. Okay. And that's what happens if you put in your 10,000 hours. What do I mean by that? If you put 10,000 hours into anything, that automatically makes you an expert. So keep your nose to the grindstone, get in where you fit in. You don't have to know all of this crazy stuff. I mean, we have lives. Some of us have occupations, you know, but that's why you guys got me. So I can sit here in the dungeon, so I can sit here and find out all these things that you should know. And get in where you fit in, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a question, if you want me to cover something, if you want me to do a video on a certain aspect or topic, please leave that down in the description below. And don't forget to Bruce Lee karate kick that like button. And also subscribe to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you subscribe so that other people can get wind of it as you share it, as you fan it out, because this is a channel so that we can all take advantage of the greatest transfer of human wealth known to man, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, this is the Sensei signing off, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your nose to the grindstone. And remember, always, let's get this crypto.